screen, please?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so our client is American Baptist Church. In the wake of the COVID, it has become very necessary that they look at a different way of reaching their church, their members. So they decided to have a website that would, if not equally give the services they give their members in person, at least give a viable alternative while society or the world as a whole tries to find measures to curb the pandemic. So this project is supposed to replace basically whatever solution or service they've been giving their members and visitors to their church. So they are looking at a website that would have live streaming of their services, a website that would have an e-store that would sell Christian materials such as books, audios, Bibles, messages, t-shirts, stickers, calendars, mugs, diaries, and strictly Christian materials. And they want the website to highlight programs and activities of the church. So programs we are looking at probably Easter, a major Christian calendar, and other programs that the church undertakes. So they also want us to give them a page that would help members and visitors to give. So that's giving us in paying their tithes, supporting church projects, and donate accordingly. They want the website to be able to give resources. So maybe resources in the sense of maybe you want to read about the church's founder's history. There should be a place that you would go and you can actually download that information. And they also want information about the church. And they also want a page that you can contact them for a prayer request. They want a page that you can actually send them a message. And so for the solution overview, we came up with a home portal that would be the index or the welcome page that would basically connect every other page on the website. So from the home page, you would have the About Us that would talk about the church, brief history, and everything. The same home page should capture key highlights. It should represent it's basically the front end of the website, and it has to capture everything you want whoever is visiting for the first time to see. The e-store is the shop that you're going to sell things from. So you have the give portal, you have the payment portal, contact us, and you also have another interface that you'd have connection to your payment partners. So the assumption is that going online is a new area for an entity like a church, and there are surely going to be challenges they are going to envisage along the way. And For the technique I came up with to analyze this, I was looking at prioritizing what is needed most. So I used the Moscow. For possible risk, going online, there are many risk factors one would be looking at. I mean, you can categorize them in terms of technological, where you have information security breaches. I mean, probably confidential information would end up being online, which somebody can find a way to attack. And there are policies regulating entities going online, and they have to ensure they conform with it. And we have other policies like Gdpr. I mean, for instance, if I have a high-profile person attending my church and I don't seek permission to even post his photo online, there are issues I can end up having. So there are risk factors involved and other human factors. So the scope of this project. So for the website is a database-driven website, and we wanted to meet the scope for the project accordingly. So for the homepage, the user must see a welcome message. The visitor must see announcements of the week. There should be links to online radio and podcasts of the church. Images of ongoing events such as conventions and conferences should be displayed on the homepage. There should be a calendar of the month with key events to serve as reminder, and all this must be on the homepage. There should be links to other pages showing articles, books, launches, and projects ongoing. There should be links to live streaming of events. We should have information on days of the service for the week. So we have Wednesdays, Friday night service, and Sundays. There should be links to their social media activities. On the About Us page, users on the page are going to see the following things. A member or a visitor can access and read brief history of the church. So a member or visitor can see information on the church's vision, ability to read information on the mission, ability to see and read tenets and core values of the church. I mean, a user should be able to access information about the leadership of a church. If a user, for instance, loses password, they should be able to have a way of having a two-way factor authentication to help them retrieve their password. Images of founding fathers should be seen on the About Us page. So another portal is the ministry portal. So users should be able to see the eligibility of a ministry they want to join. They should be able to see annual programs calendar for various ministries, such as conferences, retreats, and conventions. Visitors and members should be able to sign up and register with their names and email addresses, which is mandatory for conferences and conventions. A payment method for men's ministry for their annual one-week convention is required, and it's $50. If password is lost, I mean, there's a way to retrieve your password. Then we go to the e-store. Items on the portal are displayed by category. Items should have their prices under them. So there will be a payment method option. I mean, this is also pre-populated. So so there's a payment method option you'd have to go by. And for instance, for anybody coming to purchase something on the e-store should input some information, and we are looking at address. Okay, the hospital name is not supposed to be there. Looking at address, city, zip code, telephone number. If you lose your password, I mean, there should be a way to verify, and a link is sent to you to reset it. Payment options available at PayPal, Zelle, Visa, MasterCard, Apple Pay, 100Pay, and ACH. Ebooks and software items can be downloaded, can be ordered, paid for, and downloaded. Connections with delivery services would like, how do I put it? There's a service available for you to choose for your delivery. And you can also contact, there's a way on the portal, you can contact the e-store for any assistance or if you have any challenge. So when you go to the Give portal, members should be able to give offerings, and members and visitors should be able to pay their tithes, and partners will be able to select payment options and payment types, be it monthly, annually, or one time from a drop-down menu. There's always a mode. There's also a way that you can reset your password if you lose it through a verification mode. And there's also a payment option available. And partners should be able to view their payments on the Give portal. Images of past projects must be visible to encourage giving partners. Regular updates of projects must be displayed on this page. So another portal that is also important is the payment portal. So user must view available purposes for payment. So if anytime one is making payments, they should be able to see that this payment is for tithe, this payment is for the partnership or another purpose. User must be able to choose payment mode or type. User must view the available payment options they can use. Upon successful payment, a receipt must be generated to the customer, or the church member. The user receipt must specify details and purpose of the payment. Okay. So for the media page, the user, in this case, the visitor or the member, should be able to view live streaming of church services, conferences, conventions. They should be able to access previous audios and video files. They should be able to view and download important church documents such as visions, such as a vision of the church, tenets, code of conduct, constitution, manuals, articles, teaching notes, study materials, and all should be in PDF form for easy access. And they should be able to have links to social media platforms with their plugins on the page. And they should be able to have some programs seen live on Facebook and YouTube. Then the next page we come to is the contact us page. So on this contact us page, the administrator of this website is supposed to have the ability to actively manage the church's social media account on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. he would do this with a verified account, which is American Baptist Church, which is maybe it's customized, so it is applicable for all the platforms. The user must be able to see a visible Facebook icon, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube icons saying follow us on social media. On the same contact us page, there is a form for prayer requests. So user may have the option to type full name into the text field. User may have the option to type telephone number into the text field. User may have the option to type his email into the text field. And after that, there is a predefined prayer title showing the category of prayers, so that the user will just select. And the user also has an option to type in his prayer into the message box. Then another one is contact the church. It also has input fields for full name, which data type is text field. So characters. You also have a telephone number. You also have the message to be typed, and you have a submit button that would save it to the database. And on the same contact us page, there is a list of, I'll show it in the detail on the other side. There's a list of tabulated contacts of pastors you can reach in case of any emergency. So out of scope, we are looking at requirements that would enhance the service, but they are not the immediate needs of the customer. So you're looking at future considerations of cloud hosting of the service, reviewing the church's internet service connectivity, and consider protected internet fiber optic connection. So we go to the requirements. And this is in the requirement, we are looking at the business functional requirements. And the business functional requirements documents what the system is expected to do. Therefore, there are business requirements representing every use case. So for the first feature, which is the home portal, this portal will provide information to members and visitors using text, pictures, animations, videos to help project important information. It would include information on days of service. The days of service, we have Wednesday Bible service, which is at 17:00 GMT. We have Friday evening service. Friday's evening service, which is at 19 hours GMT, and we have Sunday mornings, which are two services, 7 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. and 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. On the same home portal, we have a calendar of the month of the year with highlighted days of activities upcoming. So it would have, for instance, maybe you can see Easter maybe highlighted, you can see Christmas highlighted, you can see conventions highlighted with their dates at some part of the homepage. This is to just remind members of upcoming events. There's a link to the radio and podcast. There'll be simple and clear navigational links to connect to other pages of the site. So there'll be a link for you to access other previous services. And these are hyperlinks, but there's a view on the front page. So this previous service can probably be embedded in the media page. But then this link would make it easy for you to even see it when you come to the homepage. There'll be a welcome message to visitors of the site in form of a text or a short video, which is discretional. So for instance, I have a text here. Welcome. In American Baptist Church is on a mandate to save souls. We welcome you to join hand to achieve this great commission of Christ. So maybe you also have announcements of the week. So you probably have information for the youth, and you also have information for the children's ministry. Maybe, for instance, youth seminar will take place on Zoom. Kindly do well to participate. All this will be displayed on the first page. Then we have the us. This page seeks to talk more about the church. So this page would represent the vision. So you are going to see key information like the vision, the mission of the church, tenets, core values, brief history, the leadership of the church. So the vision here, we're looking at to love God, to love the church, to love the city, and to love the nation. So this is probably a short vision, and maybe you have a mission, another mission there, and then you have their tenets. So evangelism, discipline, ministry excellence, prayer, tithe, offering, activity. So you have them listed there. You probably have a brief history of the church also written there. Then you probably have information on the leadership of the church. So you have probably two people, the general overseer.
So I just remind you that you have 4 minutes, right? You've spent more than 20 minutes. Yeah, so you have 4 minutes to wrap up.
Sorry. Okay. So you have all these details showed. For the ministry, you have the eligibility. So the age groups will show, and for instance, the men's ministry, you would have information about, the registered member. If you're a registered member of a church, it shows the eligibility, events upcoming, annual conference, and cost of registration. So for membership, from one thing too is you want to encourage membership. So for instance, if you're a member of the church, you would probably have purchases from the e-store at a discount. So for membership of the church, you register, you have those informations given you, you register. You have an e-store with this supposed to be, all these are supposed to be visual, graph, maybe images of the products with their prices and everything showed. And once you look at it, you would want to view the products with the prices. You select multiple items, add them to the cart. So the user should be able to see the total cost of the items. So after that, you click on order. When you click on order, it takes you to your login. And from the login, you can proceed with payment, which you see at the payment portal here. So for the give, this portal would make it possible that members would support various works of the church. Pay tithe, give offerings, support projects. They have an African project, Latin American project, joint partnership with the mayor to build homes. So you also have the payment options available with APIs with local partners. So in the payments page, you would register. And one important thing is when you're a member, you get a discount. And you also have the purpose of the payment you select from the drop-down menu, so it wouldn't be confusing, so that they will know this is a tithe, this is a project, or the options to be available. The customer will be prompted to choose the payment type. Payment is done in secured environment through available gateways. Upon successful payment, the receipt is generated to the customer. So on the media page, you have various programs. So you can access sermons from past Sunday, churches volunteer work. You have information that's downloadable. And you have the contact page. The contact us page, you have information. The information from the visitor. Just as I showed you earlier, you have all this information being displayed. And this table is what I didn't show you earlier. So this table sort of encompasses the major areas that the church is at. So in the wake of COVID, if you're in distress, you can call any of those people for any emergency and they will reach you. So the payment gateway is what we have. So you can access it and sign up to various levels. For non-functional, we are looking at how usable, how the site is easy to use. Security wise, how responsive is the site, and in a whole, the experience the customer gets when they use a site. So I have the other interface requirements. I have the payment gateway, the SMS gateway, and these are general requirements that will come with it. So for the client tools required, any web browser should be able to access the site. We chose to use a web provider in the US, Host Triple's USA web hosting company. SMS gateway use Firebase, external interface, RESTful API, MongoDB for the database. We use Angular for the front end, backend, Node.js, and the payment gateways we use in PayPal, Zelle, Visa, MasterCard, Apple Pay, Android Pay, and ACH. We came up with estimation points for each feature from the home page to the API development, and a schedule said that you would have resources available at every point to work at every stage. So that's my presentation.
All right, guys, we have 10 minutes to ask questions, and for Jerome to clarify for us, any doubt that we have with his presentation. If we don't agree with something, we need to ask, and then he will, clarify for us. All right, so let's go.
Okay, Jerome, good evening. I guess I have a few. I saw somewhere in your presentation, GDPR. What does it mean?
These are standards and requirements. I might not have the acronym of it, but these are standards and requirements that you are supposed to comply with.
With regards to what exactly? I asked because you see, go ahead.
Yeah, so for instance, I gave an instance that imagine I had maybe a high-profile person coming to my church, and somebody goes to post it. I capture this person and share his information online.
So, so how does GPRD or GDPR actually come in here? I just wanted to know the meaning, and I asked because sometimes the user or the stakeholder may not know what it means, and you may want to explain it in the document for them to know. And that's one thing I observed. And then also I realized that you don't have the list of pastors. You don't have the full complement of the pastors. Okay, we were asked to provide 20 states that they have presence in were the contact numbers of the pastors. I think you provided a few, but the user requirement was to provide 20. And also in your About Us, you don't have the pastor's corner there as part of the requirements that the user gave, the stakeholder gave. And then I didn't also see the feature for access to previously streamed services. So for services that were streamed live, like we are live now.
Okay, I think I made mention that there'll be links to previous services.
Okay.
And I said there will be visible links there that will lead you to the media page where we would have those information stored.
Okay. All right. I went off briefly. My link was bad, so maybe I missed that.
Okay.
All right. But you can address the other issues I've raised. Thank you.
I think the pastor's corner, it escaped me. I'll do all to add it, please.
Yes. Any question? Any more issues with his presentation? I know there's a lot of things that we can talk about here, but I want you guys to. Who's there?
Good evening, Jerome. I also would want to ask about something. So during the elicitation process, Nana did mention about the fact that all the 3 projects that the church undertakes should have a donation or a give button, and that should have a pre-defined amount and also a custom field for any other amount. He specifically said that for the predefined amount, he wants to see list of $50 with an increment of $50. So he wanted 50, 100, 150, 200, 250, and then of course a custom field for any of an amount that you want to give. So I don't know if I missed that. Also my internet also went off, but I don't know if this particular
I think I didn't add it. I'll take note of it, please.
So for the conferences, so are you going to have or did you include the ability for each and everyone to sign up or register for all the annual conferences, for all the types of the conferences also?
Yeah, what I did was to do it by the ministry. So for the men's ministry, there was a set conference for a specific time period, and for the women's there was a program for a specific day, which was Mother's Day. But I did not do it. I did not do it for all the programs because they were categorized into different ministries.
Okay. So for the field of collection for the conferences, the sign up page, I think there are some requirement fields that during the elicitation process we were asked to capture. So for your registration of the conferences, what kind of details are you requiring? For example, me as a user who wants to register for the conference, what exactly are you taking from us? What details are you taking from us in specific?
So I'm taking your name, if you're a registered member, your membership ID, where you live. Let me look at the information I've put there.
Yeah,
Okay,
Jerome,
so, yes, sir.
we'll be
So
glad
these are
you
the
can share your screen so that we can.
I thought it was shared. Okay. Okay, so this is it. So there's a general requirement for registration.
Okay, this is the membership registration.
Yes, please.
Oh, okay. That's good. That's a very
Is it necessarily
pretty
for
much.
the conference or just membership?
Yes, that's what.
It's not necessarily for the conference. Well, I did decide that once you have this detail, you registering for a conference is just you paying for the conference. That's the other thing we will do, because we already have your detail, we already have your membership information.
Okay, so what happens to some of us who are just one-off church people when we are interested in a particular conference? We're not members per se, but we want to be able to register for that particular conference, make our payment, and then off we go. So with that aspect also, what kind of field requirements are you going to take from us?
I'll still take, I believe this requirements are out. Maybe it's okay. Although this is for membership, you need to have key information of people attending, and these are very vital information here for any emergency purpose. So I think I can still get you having this information taken on this form. Let's note that it is every church's desire that they would even retain people who even visit.
Are your conferences or paid conferences?
It's for now is the men's ministry that their conference is paid. The 5-day conference with men's ministry.
I asked because during the elicitation, our stakeholder indicated that for the men's and the women's ministry conferences, they must be paid conferences. But for others like Christmas convention and Easter, they are not supposed to be paid. It's supposed to be open. But I didn't see that distinction in your BRD.
I'll take note of it, please.
And also, I don't know what social media platforms is your church, American Baptist, going to be present on?
So they'll be on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and probably Instagram.
Did you capture that already and I missed it, or they are not captured?
They've been captured. Can I hold on? Take it there.
Because I heard social media, but I didn't hear the platforms, specific platforms.
Okay. I mean, let me take it there, please. Should be here. Okay, so here.
Okay. Okay.
So I also want to suggest something. I think I'm sure maybe it was quite an oversight, but during the registration of the conference, to have the ability for people to see.
Speak up a bit. I can't hear you.
Okay, sorry. So I'm saying that the stakeholder wanted us to give options for people to be able to select the duration or the times that they will be available or they will be coming for the conference. When, what time to what time you coming for the conference. I don't know if you captured.
Well, I didn't capture that. What I captured was a 5-day duration of the conference. I didn't capture the specific date.
Oh, okay. So I'm suggesting that we can also give options for example, if I want to register, I have to be able to tell you that I'll be coming from, let's say, 12th to 13th, so that once you have that knowledge of this, you can plan for every other resource and not to waste too much money or to spend lesser money on things.
Yes, please.
Yes.
It's well noted, please.
Jerome,
Yes, sir.
I did a presentation last week on the same church website, and some punches were made. Having listened to some punches that were made in my presentation, have you made any amendment to your work?
Yes. In all sincerity, this is a refined version of my original work I gave to Nana. I'm sure Nana would, if he's observed. I took a lot of notes from the comments made. For instance, there was a comment made that it should be cited that they can carry the document and post it, and that is it. So if you realize that for instance, I was a bit detailed sharing information on even the vision, even the welcome message, and other detailed information, because it was advised when you did yours. So, for instance, announcement of the week, I did want to take some of those advice to add to mine.
Yeah, the reason why I'm asking this is because some of the loopholes that was identified in my research work, we have repeated some of them. And so that's the reason why I was asking whether you have made any amendment to yours. These were identified. I expected that subsequently, probably maybe anybody, not only you, but anybody who will be doing presentation on the same thing should have some amendment, that shouldn't have any serious challenges, because most of the loopholes at least would have been identified so that you can match up with yours. But on the latter side, go to page 11 of 11 of your document. Let me have a look at something. Page 11 of 11.
Oh, it's supposed to be 17 or 11. There's a mistake.
Okay, so
I
was trying to follow your work. I was trying to follow your work with the number of pages you have, but I realized that the pages were not in order, so I was having a bit confused trying to follow you. So the page numbers are auto set. So when you click on the page numbers, insert page numbers, you have the option of choosing whichever one that you want. Because it looks like your work should rather start from the last page and coming up, rather than starting from the first page and going down. So please take note of that.
That's actually a big mistake.
Yeah. So just to let you know, so that it doesn't mislead the person who is reading the document.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so if you took some cue from the loopholes that were identified, especially in those of us who did the presentation the last time, I didn't see your social media handles. I think it's one of the strong points that Nana made. When you mention the social media platforms, you need to indicate the handles. I don't see that in your.
I said I made mention of it that when you go to the contact us, you would have this information. Okay, so
I know you
you have
mentioned
it.
the platforms, the social media platforms. Do you have the handles?
This is the handle. I said that the administrator
Okay.
would actively manage the church's social media account, and he would with a verified account name. And I also stated that he would do well to make sure this American Baptist Church is used across board.
Okay, so that's the handle. Okay, I didn't get that part. Thank you. Jerome, is there any specific things that you would want us to see on the various ministries there when we navigate to the ministries page? Can you just take me through again what
Okay, so
you would want us to see?
Okay, so let's go to the detailed. Okay, so on the ministries page, you will see eligibility, what they do, their leadership, and information about upcoming events, such as conferences, retreats, conventions. And so, so for each ministry, you look at their eligibility, and some of them have they have eligibility. For instance, evangelism, you should have completed some training in evangelism. For men's ministry, you should be married, and you have an age, and their events. So I made sure the ones with events were stated. For instance, for the women's to their events was stated, and on that page you would have if other events scheduled to take place in the year, you have them being like you have a reminder there for people to see, and you also have an option to like book through the registration for membership. These are the information you have.
Okay. During the illustration, I think there was this feature that was talked about, I'm in, sort of a church attendance
Yes.
management portal. I don't know if you captured it. Did you capture it?
I thought it was okay. I thought it was not mandatory. Maybe somebody said it and Nana said that can be an enhanced feature subsequently. I don't remember, but I didn't capture it.
Yeah, we were supposed to capture it. And then also, there was supposed to be at least 2 services on the Sunday, first and second service.
Yes, it's been
all
captured.
services to be. You captured that. Okay. All right.
Homepage.
What about some of the? What about some of the? Okay. Okay. So do you have any some of a list of some of the items that members can buy from the e-store?
Yes, I have a display of some of the items. These items are supposed to be like pictorial, I mean, with the prices beneath them, and they're supposed to be categorized.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
All right, so that's it. Any more question for Jerome? I have James. You don't have any question. Kenneth, you don't have any question, and Kojo. James, when you say something, Kojo, if you say something, we can't hear you too.
No, boss, nothing.
No, sir.
All right. Thank you, Jerome.
All right,
We'll talk about one or two stuff maybe later on. But all right, thank you. All right, let me come to you. Who is next? When a boy's saying, okay, Kenneth. Let me get with you. Go ahead, Kenneth. Go ahead and present. Yeah, go ahead and do your church platform assignment for us.
Okay. So I'll just quickly share my screen. Please, just to confirm, can you see my sharing?
Yes, I can see.
Okay, please. Thank you. So I'll do a brief introduction and summary to the whole project. So the background of this whole project is that a church has been in existence for a while without any online presence. To talk about websites or social media whatsoever. So during the COVID-19, they realized that people were not coming to churches, and so they needed to find a way of getting getting their presence to people in their respective homes and not, get all of them to come to church. So they decided to have an online presence. So they've now decided that we build them a website so that at least their members can go and engage, and also visitors will have a wider view of them from wherever that they are. So these are the main objectives that this whole project is going to cover. So one, the objectives is to create an online presence, allow members to be able to join in church services online via live streaming services on their website. And then also we're going to have the opportunity to provide a platform to download audio messages, books, and ended live stream recordings. We're having an e-store platform where people will have the opportunity also to purchase books, to purchase audio messages, to purchase any other souvenirs that the church has. So again, also there are some church activities and events that I'm going to throw much light on that they would need online registration for. So then again, during these registrations, as and when they would be taking in payment, and also we have to provide some sort of payment portals to be able to receive the funds. And then also, so for a church, what they were thinking was that anytime a member or visitor comes up on their website, they should be able to read, get an information about their background, their history, wherever they are coming from, and what they do. And also, what we are also seeking on having is to have integration of social media platforms where they wouldn't have to go online looking for their Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram pages, but then also when they go to their website, somewhere they are going to have the opportunity to have a single click to take them onto their various social media pages. So the in-scope functionality, this is what functionally it would be required of us based on the objectives that we seek on having. So we're seeking to have a header and a footer menu. That's number one. And also we are going to create tabs for the header menu, which will be the home, about us, give or donate, events, e-store, resources, and also contact us. So when you land on the home page, these are the options that you're going to have on the header menu: the home, about us, the give or donate, events, e-store, resources, and contact us. So I'll talk much detail the respective things that are going to come under these tabs on the header menu. So as I said earlier, one of the functionality is to be able to have payment gateways that will receive funds, and also for their respective events and conferences that I'll also talk about when I move down to the presentation. They want the ability for people to register, and they also want the ability for people to send in their prayer requests for them to pray for them. And then, of course, the e-store services for them, where they can just go online and purchase whatever souvenir, whatever resources that are on sale from the church. So one of the things that they mentioned was that because of COVID-19, they should have the ability to stream live from their website. So this is the out of scope functionality. What we won't be doing in this website is to have accommodation reservation. Yeah, we won't also be having reservation for church service, and also integration of Google Maps. We don't tend to integrate Google Maps in here. So there's a system perspective of the whole project. We're assuming that as of that time, the website will be fully deployed by November 2021. These are the anticipating constraints, timeline for execution, and also impending changes to privacy regulations may somehow impact the data dictionary design. So what are the risks that will be involved in this project? I mean, once we are going online, we're open to cyber attack. We are open to cyber attack. So our risk is that some way, somehow, the payment gateway might fail. Some way, somehow, auto upgrade of our servers will fail, and also we might have cyber attacks that ranges from, SQL injection, code execution, and all that. And we are also anticipating a risk, which is poor usability. So this is the solutions overview. Now, looking at what the project perspective is, we need to provide an overview of the solution that we are going to have. So these are already mentioned. So there's the header menu that will have 7 tabs, right? So when you land on the church platform, the homepage, you're going to have the home, about us, give or donate, events, e-store, resource, contact us, all on the header menu. Then we're going to have a live stream platform for the services. And also we're going to have resource page to access the audios document. Basically, the in-scope functionalities that I mentioned about. So I will take a typical use case when a member is able to visit abcchurch.org, which will be the domain of the website. The homepage will be landed. So taking each and every tab or each and every page. So once the homepage is landed, member or visitor, once he hovers the mouse on the About Us, which is on the header menu, there should be a drop down with menu for who we are and our ministries. Okay, so if the user selects who we are, the system should navigate to the who we are page that has details of what exactly the church does, which of course I should have included in this particular site. So if the user here selects our ministries, then every other ministries, the children ministry, the youth ministry, the men's ministry, the women's ministry, all these components will come under it as a drop down here. And then once any of them is selected, it will take you onto that particular page. So if user selects give or donate in the header menu, then you should navigate to the give or donate page. Then of course, if the user selects events in the events menu, the website will navigate you to the events page, which I'll also talk about. Then of course, the e-store, the same things will happen to the e-store tab, the contact us, and also the resources tab. Once all of these are clicked on, it will take them to the respective pages. So the functional requirements, we talked about the ability for a user to be able to give or donate. So we are saying that when someone wants to donate and the person clicks on the donate tab, which is on the header menu, we should give a field requesting for their first names, their last name, email, and contact. And also we need to give them the ability to choose which kind of payment integration service or payment gateway service, which we are going to give options for PayPal, Zelle, Visa, MasterCard, Apple Pay, Android Pay, and then Ash. So with Ash, what we are going to do is that we are going to request bank details for the Ash payment. So once you click on Ash, we are going to request for your bank payment in addition to the first name, last name, email, and contact. So in this payment, in the payments tab, what we are seeking of having is to have a predefined amount, which will range between $50 to $250 in an increment of $50. So we'll have once it's clicked on, you have a drop down saying if you want to donate $50, $100, $150, $250, and then also other button or a radio button that will say custom field for any amount. So once you do that, you are able to have a field for you to put in your custom field or custom amount. So in the give or donate tab, you should be able to register to become a monthly partner, annual partner, or one-time partner. So as you are giving, we are going to give you an option whether you want to become a monthly partner, you want to become an annual partner, or you want to become a one-time partner. So these are all these elements that we have mentioned, okay, should be included in the sections for all the projects, of which I'm also going to talk about for all the 3 projects. So when you go into the projects page, you should, in the give or donating for these projects page, you should have all these requirements in the projects page. So now the need arises for an administrator to be able to create membership for people, to be able to modify, to be able to look at how many people have, registered on the website, and also to be able to reset password. And then the privilege also to post internal job advertisement, which will appear in the job section of the website. So in the contact us tab, which is also on the header menu, we're going to have a drop down or a sub menu, of which one will be join us, which is the member registration form also. And then we're sticking of having a member portal. So the member portal will give the opportunity to create membership account. And then once you are able to create the account, you have the ability to go into your dashboard to monitor your activities. And then also you will be able to reset your password with probably 2FA if you lose the password. And we're going to have an inbuilt reminder on church activities, which will be once the administrator updates the website about any upcoming event, every other member should receive a reminder on that particular portal. So we spoke about the fact that people should have access to buying souvenirs. So this is where the e-store tab comes in. So if sorry. So with the e-store tab, we're going to have payment integration for PayPal, Zelle, Visa, MasterCard, Apple Pay, Android Pay, and Arch. And all these requirements have been given earlier as to how we are going to go about taking payment via PayPal, Zelle, Visa, MasterCard, Apple Pay. So if any of the options is selected, your first name, your username, your first name, and every other detail that has been stated above will come in play here, except for Arch, of which we are going to request for your account number. So these are the items specifically that will be available on the e-store tab. So it's going to have access for people to see the audio books, PDF books, the audio messages, mugs, music, ceremony products, flash drives, handbands, cardigans, clocks, bottles, towels, church candles, whatsoever. So earlier we mentioned about the events tab that the events that the church seeks to have. So these are the various events: the Women Annual Conference, the Annual Men Conference, the Easter Convention Conference, and the Christmas Convention. Once the events, you are navigated onto the events tab, you should see all these events. And once you click on any of the events, you should have the opportunity to register for them. And also, if you are supposed to pay, the payment prerequisites that I mentioned above should come in play here. So with the registration for the event, what we're the information that we are seeking to pull out from each and every member or each and every visitor is the first name. Please give me a minute. My laptop is going low. I have to put it on. Please a minute.
Are we on? Or my link has gone off?
Hello. Hello.
Yes, James.
Yeah, James. Nana, it looks like Ken says he's in the waiting room. If you can let him in.
Network went off, so I wasn't sure whether.
Hello, Nana.
Questions?
I think Ken says he's in the waiting room also. He got disconnected.
Okay. Okay. Okay, Kenneth. Okay. All right. The name makes sense to me. All right. So we've exceeded our time, guys. James, Jerome, who else? Kojo.
Yes, Nana.
Okay. All right. Let's go. Which one are you going to do for me? The pizza or the church?
Let me do the church. I'm trying to update the pizza. I ended up deleting a lot of things in it, so let me just do the church. Or if you want, I think you mentioned the use cases also. I don't know if you want me to do that.
Yeah, let's do the church
Maybe
first, and then maybe I'll let you do one maybe use case. But let's do church.
All right. Just a second. Check that overview. Okay. All right. Church. Oh. Okay. Oh, come on. Sorry, I'm having a little trouble here. Let me just get this. Share screen. Oh wow, just like magic.
Could you, I'm not sure if you are sharing or not, but I'm unable to see your screen.
Yes, I was just having a little trouble opening it. It was giving me a little issue here, but I think I just got it sorted. Just a second, please. Okay, can you see?
Yes.
Okay, sorry about that. I think the PDF image wasn't showing. That's why I had to just go straight to the document itself, the Word. Okay, so this is the business requirement document for ABC Church website. This was prepared by Fred Danso for Apostle Samuel Nanabwati, who is the product sponsor. We are doing this another project named ABC Church website, and the project ID is CHMS 010852021. The app version, the application is a church website. This is version 1. Okay, so the purpose, this is to capture and approve the business requirements of ABC Church website project. Approval of this document establishes the business requirement baseline. Any changes must then follow the change management process as defined by the newly developed ABC project methodology. Now, for approvals, the requirement specifications approval statements is what is recorded in the project repository. Okay, the predefined roles below represent the required approvals for tech projects. Additional approvals may be mandated by the project. So for approvals, we have someone on Abuating who is the executive project sponsor, and Kojo Danso, who is the product manager. The initial draft was made, and this is the final submission for review and approval. Now, as an introduction to the whole thing and get a background, this document identifies the business requirements for the church website project. Approval of this document will ensure that the business clients and the project team have a common understanding of the business requirements. This also serves as the business requirement baseline, which signifies the start of the change management process for any additions or deletions to be that needs to be done per the requirements. And this also forms the foundation for system requirements for project planning, the architecture itself and the design, and any other project related activities. So as the business requirements spec is iterative, we will go through multiple business client and project team reviews just to ensure that all business requirements have been captured. And all business systems requirements must be approved prior to any entry into the execution phase of the newly developed ABC Church software development lifecycle. Now, the responsibilities of this project are for the product manager, the business analyst, the business clients, and the project team to develop and complete the business requirement specifications. So all of these people will have inputs to the document over time as it gets modified and approved. So for this project, we have a client who needs us to build a church, a church website. This is ABC Church. ABC Church is a multi-state church ministry in operation for the last 16 years, and it has a presence in about 20 states with at least 2 branches in each major city. This encompasses New York, Washington, D.C., Chicago, Philadelphia, Los Angeles, Manhattan, Houston, Seattle, Atlanta, New Jersey, multiple states. This project is designed to build a fully functional website for ABC Church to help it go digital and have an online presence where its members can reach the church, interact with it, and also have an online community. Now, the website will be built on PHP and MySQL database, and the proposed domain name to be acquired is abcchurch.org. This will provide the ability for the church to have live church services, which the members can join, and this will be streamed. And it will also have a way to support the various outreach and philanthropic works of the church, that is for the members. So it will provide an ability for people to be able to do that. The business problem. So the leadership of the church, due to recent global lockdown events caused by the pandemic, the leadership of the church has realized it lacks technology and digital presence, okay, an online presence to support the propagation of the word during these difficult times. Now, the leadership of the church has therefore decided to build a digital presence and a platform for its members and visitors to have a digital point of contact with the church. The church currently has no infrastructure. They have no architecture or systems, and they need a website to be built for that purpose. This change is a major one for the church in its digital quest. So what we envision to do for them, which is the solution, will be to deliver this solution in a phased approach. The minimum viable product will be the initial release, obviously, but this will also enable the clients have their visitors able to learn about the church, to contact the church for more information, and also know where its various branches are located. They can also register and log into the website to request counseling, make prayer requests, contribute to evangelism, donate to church projects, donate to outreach programs, and also support the church's Africa project and Hispanic housing projects, among others. As and when they have any other outreach programs, they will be displayed on the website. The website will be built to have the following features and menus. There will be a header area with the logo of the church, okay, at the top, and the name of the church and the slogan of the church. The name should read ABC Church. The slogan should simply say, "For God so loved the world." The header should also house a header menu with 3 linked pages labeled "Connect with Us," each going to the social media handles of the church, which is to be created. These are to be created as part of this particular project. The header menu will also have a register and a login button to enable members and visitors create accounts. On the website and to better interact with the church services and add-on services like counseling. The account creation link will pop up a registration form to register with your first name, your last name, your email, your phone number, your birth date, your state, your city, a checkbox for which you are a current member or not, and a captcha to prevent robots from spamming the registration system. There should be a main menu, which is a horizontal menu beneath the header area. These menus will be the home, which will serve as the landing page that will be shown first when a visitor comes to the website. This page will have a big carousel banner, changing periodically with images of church activities and smaller images beneath it to hold highlights of the events and links to other posts of interest. There'll be a service menu. This will be the page where we display all services of the church that the church has, and with links to the media archive page for past live streams that the church has already held. The About page will hold details about the church, the leadership of the church, the details of all departments in the church, like the men's ministry, women's ministry, the choir, the youth, etc., and the mission and vision of the church. Each department of the church must also have its own sub-page where they can put a lot more details about the particular departments, member of the leadership team. This About page will also have a sub-banner that displays the philanthropic works of the church and a link to the Give page so that people can give to whichever causes that the church currently supports. There will also be an e-store menu, and the e-store menu will lead to the online store of the church where members and visitors can purchase audiobooks, hardcover books, CDs, Bibles in digital formats such as PDFs, EPUBs, and perhaps a Kindle. The church apparel, also like clothes and wreaths. There will be souvenirs like keychains, flash drives, and mugs with gospel inscriptions, and t-shirts and hoodies, etc. Now, there will be a Give menu, which will also have the ability which sort of gives the members the ability to give towards the church's growth and outreach programs. This page will give members and visitors the option to give offertory, tithes, contributions towards the church's Africa support projects and the Hispanic Home Support Project. The Hispanic Home Support Project is done in collaboration with the mayor and city of Atlanta. Sorry, this is a typo. This needs to be emphasized on the page that this is done with the city. So the give menu will have sub-menus, which is towards worship and towards outreach, so that you can decide whether you want to give towards worship or you just want to give towards the outreach programs and the humanitarian projects that the church has. And this will redirect to a page where the members and visitors can give offertory, tithes, and thanksgiving. Towards outreach will redirect to a page where they can give to support the various national and international evangelical outreach missions to win more souls into the body of Christ. The humanitarian projects will have the option to give towards the African project supporting needy families in Africa, or the Hispanic Housing Support Project, which seeks to take care of homeless Hispanics in the Atlanta urban areas with support from the mayor's office. Members and visitors have the option to give on annual basis or a one-time support payment that is non-recurring. Monthly support donations are charged at $50 increments, beginning with at least $50 or more. On the media page, members should be able to join e-services, such as live streams of church services. And services are held on Wednesdays at 7:30 a.m. 7:30 p.m. to 9 p.m. On Fridays at 8 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. And the first service from 7 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. And oh wow, okay, I'm missing one other service, which is from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. online through abcchurch.org, on Facebook, on YouTube, on Instagram, and on Zoom. The streamed content should be available under the archive submenu for future viewing. Now, during streaming, members will have the option of clicking an I am in button to indicate their presence. The church be able to tell the number of actual members who are attending the live stream service. Now, there will be a requests menu, and this menu shall hold a page where special requests like prayer requests, counseling, and communal support can be requested. It will have a form with non-mandatory fields to keep the requests as anonymous as possible, such as email, a checkbox to confirm whether the request is from a member or not, and a drop-down list to select the type of request, whether you need a prayer, you need counseling, you need social support, etc. And a text box to state the desired request. Now, optionally, the user can also, where did this go? My apologies. I think I'm missing something in here. I need to check. The contact us menu. The contact us page will have a simple form that requires a name, an email, an optional message text box for typing any message so desired. This same page will also hold the location section, which includes addresses and contact details of all branches of the church in all 20 states. This is an update that I was doing after post the Saturday discussion that we had. So I'm not actually done inputting all the details for the 20 branches. When members log into the website, they will get the resources menu. That is, after they've logged in, they will get an extra menu, which is the resources menu. Sorry if my network is a little slow. I think, let me set something here. Yes, I'm back. Can you hear me, please?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay. So when members log into the website, they will get the resources menu under their account, where they can get access to Bible resources, including tracts, daily devotionals, Bible study notes, articles, and study guides that help encourage their faith. Now, members also get access to the conference menu, where they get the ability to join a conference of choice when it is available. Members should have the ability to register for a conference. Each conference fee is paid for by the members. The men's ministry has an annual conference in June, which runs for 1 week. The fee for attendance is $50. And the women also have their conference on Mother's Day. This conference also costs $50. Sorry, this is actually supposed to be 45. And the general Easter convention and Christmas conventions are both free to attend. Event registrations should trigger a Google API to create a calendar reminder of that event in your calendar. The page will have a big banner displaying upcoming events and smaller ones as links to articles and other resources in the media and resources sections. The website will be integrated with PayPal and Stripe to also then support all the major payment cards like PayPal itself, MasterCard, Visa card, and Diners card, etc. Finally, the site will also have an administrative backend for content management of the website, where updates and new content can be updated periodically as and when needed. The scope of the project. The scope of this project is the development of a completely new website with administrative backend that supports the ministry, the services and products of ABC Church directly to its members, as well as through existing social media networks. Advertising of the church's merchandise, inventory control, and account billing are not part of this project. There's currently no websites, therefore we are building a new system. In addition, we shall create the logical and physical design of the new database as expected. The actual implementation of a new database system is part of this project. A web search engine optimization process, which is SEO, shall be implemented for the new system to help with ranking and exposure of the church online. Issues of website security other than password protection within the site are not part of this project. However, the website shall be built with SSL, TLS security, cross-site exploitation prevention, and a content delivery network included by default to prevent phishing and denial of service attacks. Now, the website shall support streaming using Zoom and integrating with YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram live services. We will also create social accounts for the church with the following handles on Facebook, which is @ABC Church, on Twitter @ABC Church, on Instagram @ABC Church, and on YouTube, the page name shall be ABC Church. Now, the YouTube custom URL, which can be modified to also show youtube.com/ABC Church, is only available after the first 1,000 subscribers, and consistent posting on these pages will be done for engagement. Decisions. The use cases are performed by one of three types of actors. The users are either visitors, which means they are unregistered on the website. They are either members, they are members, which means they are registered, and can also be church officials, which would usually be backend users. In certain cases, the visitors and the members can perform the same actions. Now, for registrations, the visitor registrations on the website, they receive, the visitors register on the website. They receive an email with a confirmation link, and then they click that link to activate their account on the website. For live streams, members go under the media menu. They select Join Virtual Service, the button Join Virtual Service. If the user is not registered, they get a prompt to register. The system checks if live stream is available and the time for it is due. Members get the option to view live streams on the website, on YouTube, on Facebook, and on Instagram. Members then pick a choice and just get redirected straight to the appropriate site to join the stream. On the website, members get an option to click the I am in button to register their presence. Access to the resources menu. This menu is only available to registered members. Members go to the My Account or Resources submenu to access helpful resources, including daily devotionals, pastor's daily motivation, Bible tracts, Bible study notes, etc. For conferences, members register for a conference under the conferences menu. They select which conference they want to attend. The member fills the registration form. Member pays for the conference, which is $50 for men's ministry and $45 for the women's ministry, using PayPal or Stripe. and no fee is paid for Easter and Christmas conferences. Now, for account details updates, members will log into the website with an email and a password. The member will select their My Account button, and then they click on Profile. They can make any changes as they desire and then save the changes to their account details. For the giving menu, when the members go to the Give menu, they pick either African Home Project or Hispanic Home Project. They choose between monthly recurring payments, annual payment, or a one-time donation. They then select to pay, choose PayPal or Stripe to complete the payment, and then a confirmation mail, a receipt, and a thank you message are sent to their email. For offering, tithes, and Thanksgiving, members use the Give menu once again. They select Give, choose between offering, tithes, Thanksgiving. For tithes, members select which month this tithe payment is for, and then they get sent to a payment page. Thanksgiving has an optional text box for saying what members are thankful for. The members then make payment using the payment gateway, and then a mail is sent to them to confirm the payment. E-store. The user clicks the e-store menu. They look through items and click add to cart or buy now to make a purchase. Physical products require delivery address for checkout, and digital products get a download link sent to the client's email so that they can simply click it and download. The shop admin gets a purchase mail to notify them of the transaction, and then the delivery agent makes delivery to the client. For special requests, members can make special requests on the page. A form collects non-mandatory details like name, contacts, and a text box in which you can make your special request or state exactly what your special request is. Now, for the use case diagram, we have visitors, we have members, the payment gateway itself as an actor and delivery agent. So as you can see here, let me zoom in a little bit. So these are the actors of the system. And this is the visitor, this is the member, this is the payment gateway, and this is the delivery agent. Now this is your backend system. We'll be using the Amazon Light Sale web service to run this website. So this is the ABC Church web service, website system. And we have the register button, the login, social media, the live church service, the conference, e-store, giving, special requests, project support, and resources. So visitors can register on the website, they can log in, they can go to social sites, they can also view live church services, they can go to the e-store and make purchases, they can give to the church for whichever purposes they wish. And then they can also make special requests and support any church projects that may be available. Members, on the other hand, can also go to social medias. They can view live services. They can join the conference. They can go to e-store. They can have they can give to the church. They can they can make special requests, and they can support any project that they wish, and also view under their account the extra resources menu that they have access to as members of the website. So in the conference, we have the paid conference, and then there's the free conference. Okay, so in this case, we have the payment gateway, which will be collecting the paid ones. And then for the free conferences, it goes straight into the system without necessarily going through a payment gateway. If you make a payment, once the payment goes through, then it goes into the system as usual. Now, for the social streams, they extend the live church services and the members use case. So you have members, and the members can, as this use case is showing, that this is just for live services. So the members here are able to view, and the social media, social streams are also able to go through the live service. And the members are the ones who are able to have the I am in button, which then feeds into the server, the backend system. Now, for project support and for giving, you also get the periodic payments. That is for those who pick periodic payments, they're able to go through the system, make periodic payments, and the system logs them as recurring payments. So the initial payments are made, and every time that any recurring payment needs to be made, it goes straight to the payment system, and that deduction is made, and then the system is updated accordingly. For the e-store, if anybody buys anything from the e-store, the payment is made, it goes to the payment gateway as usual, the system is updated, and then the delivery person makes the deliveries. So now to the interface of the system. For the website, we'll have a logo at the top left, okay, to identify the website. Then we'll have a login box at the top right for members and for registrations. We'll also have a register and login link in the header area at the top. The registration form is a pop-up box which shows up for registrations. Horizontal menus beneath the site header, the site header, and the headers below that will be the home, the service, about, the e-store, the give, and the resources. The media page will display images. The gallery will be in a grid view. The video gallery, the media page displays images, the image gallery in grid view, and also displays the video gallery in grid view. The media page is also the place where archives are held for previous live streams and for any other media that the church wishes to share with its members or any visitors. Now, all videos are embedded on the page from YouTube. So whatever videos that we have on the website, we actually upload them to the YouTube free service so that we do not clog down our web server with media content. So we simply link the videos from YouTube onto the website and then embed them in some kind of iframe. Now, conferencing menu displays page with a banner of current and upcoming conferences. And the conference page has a register button under each conference banner image. And each conference gets its own page when learn more is clicked. So there'll be a learn more button. Assumptions. The church will provide content. We assume that the church will provide all the content for the website, and the members have access to internet-enabled computers or mobile devices somehow to be able to access what we will develop for them. The risks are just what the regular cybersecurity risks are, and possible domain service downtimes caused by denial of service or whatever else that might cause a downtime. In scope, so as the scope described above, we will have a home page, we'll have a members profile page, we'll have a services page for live streams, we'll have resources page, we have a media page, a contact page, and then a special request page and a backend admin portal. Out of scope, there will be a chat feature eventually. We'll look at mobile apps, request for funds, and a members absence register. So the requirements of the system. For functional requirements, we're looking at getting, for members registrations, users use this to register and gain access to the website as expected. So the system will be requiring a first name, which is mandatory, an optional middle name, a last name, which is also mandatory, a username, which is required, an email address, your actual address, and your age, which is a calendar drop down, which is also mandatory to help with analytics. So we know the age range of members and stuff like that. And then the branch of worship, that is, if you're registering on the website, since the website is one big website for the entire states and for all the branches of the church, then we need to know the particular state, the city, and the branch name that you are in, or that you are registering as a member of. So in the live streams, this feature enables visitors and members to join and view live streams of church service. So we'll have live streams connected, a connection API for algolia.io, which will feed into Facebook Live integrations, YouTube Live integration, and Instagram Live integration. For the media page, this page will display media items, the gallery, the archives, and the links to all live streams. So the user image gallery with a grid display, the image display, which will be large when clicked. So when you click on a page, sorry, when you click on an image, it will zoom the image and make it like enlarged on the screen for you to have a better view of it. And then the video gallery will also have a grid display like that. YouTube embedded videos will display on the page when clicked. So just like any other website that has YouTube embedded videos, once you click play, it should just start playing. And then image and video archive of old streams that have happened. That will all be under the media menu. The conference facility. For registering conferences, you need your first name, a mandatory first name, an optional middle name, a mandatory last name, a drop-down list of state and county denominations of the church, which is optional. So you can pick which branch you are in or registering as a member of. An amount for the conference displayed, depending on what you pick. So if you pick for men's conference, the men's ministry conference, you get charged $50. That will show up on the website. So for you to know the amount that you're supposed to pay. And then for the women's conference, $45 will be displayed as the fee. Once the user picks a choice of the conference to attend, then the user selects Pay Now to activate the payment gateway, which will be either PayPal, MasterCard, or MasterCard. And then they will have, I'll have to add extra detail here. For Zelle and Venmo, we will need to display the account name, the account number, so that they can make direct payments into it. Once that is done, a confirmation email is sent to the participant's email address. So on the Give page, we'll have support a cause. To support a cause, you have the option of putting your full name if you want to, and then a drop-down list of your state and county denomination of the church, which is also optional if you want to, and then the amount in a text box, which is not mandatory. Now, the user picks a choice of cause to support, which could be the Africa Project or Hispanic Shelter Support. So the user selects Pay Now to activate payment with either PayPal or their bank account. Alternatively, the user can pay through Zelle or Venmo using the accounts displayed on the page. The confirmation and thank you message is sent to the donor after payment confirmation. For tithes and offerings, the user needs to be logged in. So they log into the account. On the Give page, they select Give, Tithe, or Offering, and then they select either tithe or offering from drop-down list. They enter the amount they want to give in a custom box, which is mandatory, that they need to enter an amount. And then a custom box, text box also for donation note. That is, if they are donating and they wish to add a note, perhaps for whatever reason it is that they are donating, or some encouragement message or whatever it is, they can put that in that custom text box. And then they will select Pay Now to activate the payment with PayPal or MasterCard or Zelle or Venmo. And then alternatively, once they confirm that payment, a thank you email is sent to the donor after that payment is confirmed. Now, for the e-store purchases, user selects a category in the e-store. The user then selects a product to purchase. After that, the user clicks Add to Cart. So once that is done, the user can go to the cart and then select Checkout. If it's a physical product, they simply input delivery address. They select Pay Now, and then the payment is made with PayPal or MasterCard. The confirmation and then thank you mail is sent to the user after the payment. If it is a digital product, then a link to download the particular digital product is also sent to their email. Non-functional requirements for this project. So the website is expected to be responsive, and that, the website is expected to be responsive. That means for any type device that you view the website with, the website should be able to adjust accordingly to give you the best view possible.
Because you have 1 minute.
Oh, wow. Okay. You have a cache. The system has to cache the website for like 5 days. The site should have security to prevent hacking and all, and user account security also, which means the password should be alphanumeric and have uppercase, lowercase, and at least one special character in it. And passwords cannot contain the entirety or part of the user's name or the user's birthday or anything that they've put in the system. So technical design notes. The development language is PHP. The database is MySQL. We're using Amazon Lightsail as the hosting platform. The payment gateway is PayPal. Bank account, which is ACH. The payment platform is Zelle and Venmo. And the live video platforms are Zoom API, the YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram live systems. The front end will use PHP, HTML, and CSS. Now, these are wireframes of each page of the website. So as you can see here, this is the home page, and this is the services page. Since I have a short time, I won't be going into them, but every page is considered here, and a wireframe is made for each one. So estimation points. Ooh. Okay, I need to adjust this. The estimation points, these are the time frames basically for getting the project done. So we expect that in a matter of 3 months, the product should be done, but the minimum viable product should be released in about 30 days from the approval and the go live date. So once we get approval in a matter of 30 days, we should be able to have a minimal viable product. So basically that's it. So this was submitted and available for review to the product sponsor, and we're still standing by for.
All right. So questions for Kojo. So James, Kenneth, and then Jerome. Questions for Kojo. And by the way, tonight it is actually a surprise as well. I wanted to see who is going to be on to this time, and so the folks that have stayed on for up to this time, you people are my all-star perfect attendance, and so you get the $100 each, right?
Oh, nice.
So it was going to be a surprise. I deliberately.
JJKK. Oh, my God.
I know some people are going to be angry.
Just confirm I'm not sleeping. I'm awake. I'm not sleeping.
Won't die.
So yeah, I know Bismarck was also on, so I will definitely add Bismarck to it. So 5 people that I see that Bismarck was on. He was going. I think his network issues is going back and forth.
Yeah, network.
Yes.
But definitely Kojo, James, Kenneth, and Jerome. Yes, my top 5. You guys are on, and you guys have earned it. so expect that.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. So questions for Kojo. Questions for Kojo.
Yes, Kojo.
Yes, James.
Hello, Kojo.
Hello, James.